What's happening, YouTubers? We're back with a brand new action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the new McFarlane Toys DC Direct Page Punchers John Constantine. Now, if you remember a week ago, I asked y'all which review you wanted to see first, Black Adam or John Constantine. Black Adam won, so follow-up now is John Constantine. And like we always do with our action figure reviews, let's get started with the box art first. So on the front of the box, you see the clamshell in the window of the figure, the DC Direct and McFarlane Toys logo at the top, includes English comic book, the effect pieces he comes with, the DC logo on the bottom, John Constantine on the side, and then on the side of the box, just like you've seen before with the Black Adam review I did a few weeks ago, you see the DC Direct McFarlane Toys logo at the top, John Constantine, and from the Black Adam comic, Page Punchers on the bottom, and then on the back is the full cover of the Black Adam comic book, the figure itself, Page Punchers, and then on the side, just the open window like you always see. But that's enough about the box art. Let's go and get John Constantine out of the box. All right, here's Constantine out of the box. Before we take a look at the figure and the accessories, I just want to showcase something like I showed in the Black Adam review for the Page Punchers for that one. I do like how it's kind of sealed in this plastic wrap, just like the cards. I don't really care for the base plate, but I do like how they preserve the card. And some of the comments did mention like they do prefer this as well, just because it can keep the card sealed and protected, whereas on the DC Multiverse figures, it's like the adhesive is like glued onto the back, so you have to like rip it out and stuff like that. So you could always bend the card, and some people actually prefer that DC Multiverse back part as like a backdrop or a background. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase this. And first things first, it comes with the base plate that you get with all McFarlane toys, whether it's the DC Multiverse, My Hero Academia, Fortnite, Doom, whatever. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. You've already seen this before. So he does come with his spellcasting book, and you see the pentagram logo right there. The only thing is I do wish there would have been some sort of inscription right there. I mean, it could have been like anything, just like random squiggle lines, but I don't really like how it's kind of left blank, but it is what it is. Then he comes with an additional right hand sculpt that's attached to the spellcasting effect, and you see the pentagram right here. Same thing you saw in his spell book. And one thing I mentioned in my Black Adam review is like, these figures have like abnormally large hands, but again, they're comic book characters, so whatever. And here is the exclusive comic book that comes with this specific Page Puncher series. It's the Black Adam one, and you see the 4 characters that are part of this Page Punchers wave. We have Black Adam, which I reviewed. Feel free to check that out. John Constantine, Superman, and Batman. And like I mentioned during my Black Adam review, I think I'm only going to pick up just Black Adam and Constantine for now. I might pick up Superman and Batman if it goes on clearance. But also, somebody in the comments wanted me to showcase more of the artwork in the comic. Before I do that, I just want to showcase and credit the people behind this comic book. And like I mentioned, some in the comments before during the Black Adam review said they'd like to see more of the comic panels. So I'm going to showcase the panels that are featuring the figure that we're going to review today, John Constantine. So you see him right there. And just like all the other figures in this Page Punchers line, it comes with a trading card of the full image artwork of the Black Adam comic. It says John Constantine on the bottom. And then on the back is the little info. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. All right, now let's take a look at the figure itself. And we're going to take a look at the head sculpt first. And first thing I noticed is it kind of has the side eye going on, which is fine. I have seen some other reviews where he is looking straight ahead, but just the look of the draw, I guess. I do like the details, the head sculpt. I do like the little 5 o'clock shadow right here on his chin. I do wish it was kind of consistent throughout his whole face, but it still looks good. And the sculpting of the hair looks pretty nice as well, with different patterns and different shades of blonde in there. It looks really good. Now, when we take a look at the rest of the figure, I do like the sculpting of it. I mean, there's nothing really special about it. It's just a guy in a trench coat and a suit. But it looks pretty good. I think the way McFarlane Toys sculpted this looks really well. I think the trench coat used for this should have been the same one that was used for Hush, because that one, you know, was like closed in, but this one's open. I would have preferred this for the Hush figure. But I do like the little coat straps right here on the side that are laid down. The wrinkles in his jacket wrinkles in his coat, I should say, look really nice. Nice attention to detail. You even have his white shirt peeking out through there, which is nice attention to detail as well. You have his tie. The only thing I will say, though, in terms of aesthetics for this, like sculpting on McFarlane Toys always looks good. With sculpting, though, I don't like how the knees are cut, because like I could stand the figure straight up like this. It just looks awkward because I'm going to have to bend it a little bit just to get it to stand at a certain pose, and I don't like how the cut is so visible right there. But I do like the sculpting of the pants, though. They do look nice, don't get me wrong. I do like the torn part right here in his knee. Now, when it comes to the ball joints, it isn't sculpted. It's just a traditional wrist ball joint, but it's fine because it's hidden by the coat. Just like the ankle ball joints as well. It's hidden by the pants and the little wrinkle right there. So nice attention to detail and sculpting. It's hiding the ball joints so it doesn't look too ugly. But overall, I do like the sculpting of this figure. It's just that one little nitpicking part for the sculpt that I don't like, but overall it looks pretty nice. It's still your standard McFarlane Toys, 22 moving parts, or 22 points of articulation, I guess, however you want to look at it. But I did have someone in the comments in a previous video let me know, like, hey, yeah, we know about the standard articulation, but I want to see someone test the range of motion on it, how far you can actually test the articulation. So I'll go ahead and do that. So in terms of the head articulation, it can go up like that far up, and just his collar is kind of hindering it. Can look down easily and can go from side to side. It still has that little faux butterfly joint. It's buried in there in the trench coat, but has that. And then also has your bicep swivel along with the shoulder articulation. Double jointed elbows, so can get a lot of range. There is a diaphragm cut, which looks nice, but can it get forward? Still the same motion for diaphragm cut going forward. Going back, you can't really test it because the coat's also hindering it. There is a ball joint at the hips as well that can make it go side to side and a little bit all around. And then the legs, because it has this like rubber diaper piece, I guess you could say, for the crotch area, allows the range of motion to move the legs up pretty high, and then has double jointed, oof, that cut looks hideous to me, has double jointed knees as well, and has the ankle ball joints that allows it to go up and down. Now, of course, because it has this around its ankle ball joints, it does hinder the articulation a little bit from going too far forward and back. And also has your traditional toe articulation. Like I mentioned, though, I wish they would forego the toe articulation, just add a thigh cut. But in this case, the thigh articulation, yeah, still pretty limited. All right, now we're just going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison here is at DC Direct John Constantine. Sitting next to a couple of DC Multiverse figures, we have the Action Comics 1000 Superman and the Action 1000 Comics Blue Variant Batman. And next size comparison here is sitting next to more DC Multiverse figures. We have the Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman with the Endless Winter head sculpt on there. I like this kind of kit bash better. And the Future State Superman. And I did want to mention one thing. Someone commented on the video for this Future State Superman, talking about in terms of like Superman's legs being a little too long, how like in real life, you know, all humans are different. Some people have longer legs, some have shorter legs. That's a fair and valid argument. I just think that in terms of action figures, we just want it in proportion. It's not so much that we want all our figures to have the same leg length. We just want it in proportion to the body. And in this case, we just felt like this figure had a little bit too long of a legs in terms of the proportion of his torso. But I do appreciate you all commenting on my videos. If you notice today in this review, I mentioned that a lot. Like I saw somebody in the comments, The reason why I say that is because we just hit 1,000 subscribers and I couldn't have done it without you all. And I appreciate the input you all put in the comments below. So thank you again for participating. Like y'all don't know, it really does mean a lot that y'all take the time to comment on my videos. And I also appreciate it because I also take the time to learn from you all as well. And next size comparison, here is the next a couple Marvel characters with spellcasting abilities as well. In the Marvel Legends line, we have the retro carded Scarlet Witch and the Walmart exclusive Doctor Strange. And now for a random mass size comparison, but still keeping it within the McFarlane Toys banner, here is the next a couple My Hero Academia figures. We have Deku, Nat Todoroki, and Ochako.
My shit in heart.
Alright, some overall thoughts on the figures. I think it's a good figure overall. You know, that has those ridiculously huge hands. But then again, we're talking about a comic book character, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And also, it's really hard to mess up a suited body or like a civilian's outfit, and I think McFarlane Toys is no exception. I think they did a good job sculpting this. The only thing that kind of like peeves me a little bit or irks me is that knee cut. Like, I don't like the aesthetics of it, but it's not to a point where it ruins the whole figure. Overall sculpt, the figure looks great. Articulation is what you would expect, and I think it's decent. In terms of the head sculpt, I think it's okay. I could do without the side eye. But I was thinking about this, though, when I was looking at it. I was like, this kind of looks like an anime character. If you, like, really look at it, it kind of reminds me of some anime character. I'm trying to think who it is. But I think the sculpting and the figure overall is great. This was one of the figures I was anticipating the most out of this Page Punchers wave. This one and the Black Adam one, but this one I think exceeded my expectations. It came out pretty well, and it's not too stylized in McFarlane Toys realm like they do with other figures. It is a classic look, and I've seen people kit bashing this to make a Commissioner Gordon figure. I might do that as well if this figure goes on sale. I might pick up another one to try and kit bash one, but overall I am happy with this figure. Let me know what you all think in the comments below, and I just also want to say thank you all for everyone that's participated and it's also commented on the videos. I try to take time to respond to all of them. You have no idea how much I appreciate y'all. But like always, though, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this figure. Are you going to be picking it up? And like always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Out of the box, and I just want to showcase this again like I did in my Black Adam review. But you can see here is the... God damn it.